It looks like Hakim Ziyech's nightmare at Chelsea looks like it's coming to an end. Hakim Ziyech is getting a one-way trip to Dortmund. Let's get into it. Welcome to the Kavkas View, and today's video is an insightful one. But before we get onto it, how are you not doing? Listen, it's been a minute, it's been 2 days since I released a video, so we've got 4 major stories for you guys. Chelsea signed a player. Yes, apparently Chelsea signed a player. Reports from Turkey are coming out, an Hungarian international centre-back. I think this might be true. We're going to talk about it. Then there is rumours to another wonder kid from Germany, a striker, Adeyemi, I think if I pronounce it right, Karim. Well, we're going to refer to him as, because I think like I'm butchering his name. He is linked with Chelsea. The whole of Europe wants him, and he's the other golden boy from RB Salzburg. Then Greg Berhalter, US men's national team's manager, takes shots at Chelsea. Basically tells them, we have common sense, don't tell us what to do, because we know what we're doing with Christian Pulisic. He basically tells Thomas Tuchel STFU in it. But we're not going to be getting into details. We're going to start off with Hakim Ziyech though, because it looks like the Donny's fed up. And I'm surprised it took this long. I'm not going to lie to you. Phew, that was a mouthful. I'm not going to lie to you. I ran like Usain Bolt across the 100 meters race in 9.56 seconds. So hit that like button in that time. And also, it's free of charge. Big man, on a level, it is free of charge. As my good friend Hasim from This Is Football would say, Habibi, just hit the like button one more time and help a brother out. And subscribe if you're new. It really goes a long way. And more importantly, it helps drive YouTube to understand this is a great channel. A lot of you are enjoying the content. So hit the like button. But we're starting with the big news with the Hakim Ziyech. Listen, when Bild reports something, 9 out of 10 times, there's an element of truth to it. And especially when there's a little bit of smoke in the air already. Let's give you the quick 411. Hakim Ziyech joins Chelsea under Frank Lampard. Hakim Ziyech's time under Frank Lampard is good initially, but then he gets injured and he never recovers from that. Frank Lampard's tenure starts going down. Hakim Ziyech is trying to fight up. It's not working. Next thing you know, there's a big mess. Frank gets sacked. Tuchel comes in. Hakim's down the pecking order. And you can already see the pattern is there. Hakim needs to play. He's 28 years old. What happens? Hakim Ziyech is going to have to move on. Obviously, that's the storyline. Has his performances earned the position to play? No. Hakim's been extremely inconsistent, especially for a player that is at his age, 27, 28 years old. I don't expect you to be delivering one good game. I expect you to be consistently delivering 4 out of 5 good games, 3 out of 5 good games, but we're not getting that from him. Then we need to say, why is this happening? Well, number one, injuries haven't been kind to Hakim Ziyech. They really haven't. Number 2, his playing style doesn't benefit the way Chelsea want to play. Chelsea want to play a very quick tempo football, high in pace, high in power, high in aggression. And none of those things Hakim Ziyech can do to a very good standard. But is Hakim Ziyech a bad footballer? No. I just think it's the wrong place, wrong time, wrong club, and he needs to keep it stepping. My issue was, when we first signed him, is why is the 27, 28-year-old in the Eredivisie? If he's that good, why is he still in the Eredivisie? That league gets pinched for their best players all the time. I got all the generic answers. He's been loyal to Ajax, oh, he's been a good player for Ajax, they didn't want to leave him. No. There's a reason why. It's because he was never good enough on a consistent basis to earn the move. Clubs were never willing to pull the plunge. And Chelsea did, and they paid the price. And for me now, he needs to go to Dortmund and reinvent himself. It'll be a fresh start. I don't know how he's going to do in Dortmund. But the reality is, those high lines, there's a Bundesliga tax for a reason. He'll be fine there. And Builder reporting is going to be a loan in January with an option to buy in the future. That sounds good. I think we need to have a good relationship with Dortmund because we can pitch their players in the future. Now we're going to talk about Mr. Christian Pulisic. And Christian Pulisic went away on international duty, and I said I don't understand why, but Greg Berhalter basically took some direct shots at Chelsea FC. He basically said, look, we have common sense. We know how to deal with our player. He's only been training for 4 days. He will not be playing the game. And for me, the fact that he had to come out and say that, I don't think he appreciates the comments from Thomas Tuchel. I don't think he appreciates the comments from Chelsea. And I don't think he appreciates people sticking their nose into his business. And at the end of the day, Christian Pulisic is his business. Business. It's his. So at the end of the day, Chelsea need to watch their mouth. Because I understand you pay the player. But at the same time, he's an American international. And Chelsea will have to take a back seat when he's on the road. So if they want to play him 2-3 games, we can't do anything about it unless Christian Pulisic says it himself. Reality is though, Greg Berhalter, watch your mouth, because I'm telling you now, if it came down to picking between America and Chelsea, yeah, he'll most probably pick you. But we pay him, all right? So please don't injure Christian Pulisic. He's made out of glass. I think it's interesting when you actually deep it. The fact that he had the courage to come out and talk rubbish like this shows they're in a position of strength. So we are linked with a wonder kid. Look, whether it's Waltz, whether it's Havertz, but now we're linked with Karim Adeyemi. I think that's how you pronounce it, Karim Adeyemi. And we're going to call him Karim because I can't pronounce his surname. I need to hear a commentator say it. After I hear a commentator say it, I can repeat it. Otherwise, I'm going to butcher his name and I think it's bare annoying. People do it with my surname, I hate it. But this kid is a phenomenal player. He's smashing records. Like he's getting great numbers. So he played for RB Salzburg. He went on loan. He's getting numbers there as well. I think he's got 63 goals, 33 assists or 37 assists, my thing says here. And he's got 143 games under his belt at the age of 19. What does this tell you? It tells you that this guy's been ahead of the curve. He's been playing men's football from the age of 16 and he's been slapping in goal. And we ask where the source now, right? Dortmund won him, Leipzig won him, Bayern won him, Barcelona won him, Real Madrid won him, and now Chelsea. It means the talent is there. But more importantly, Salzburg had Haaland, Salzburg had Daka, and now they have him. Do you see the direct correlation? The correlation says they're all ballers, and it says Salzburg know how to find the number 9. And for me, if the time is right, let's bring him in. And if this move starts heating up, we'll start doing some analysis on the player. But at this moment in time, I'm going off what FM says, I'm going off what the articles are saying, and they're saying this kid's a wonder kid, and he ain't gonna hurt to have him. It really ain't gonna hurt to have in the team. So apparently Chelsea signed the player now. Yeah, so reports from Turkey are coming out that Chelsea have actively went and signed a centre-back to replace one of their existing centre-backs. So the deal is a €23 million deal. He's going to be getting paid £4 million a year, net, I assume, of tax. But it's just interesting that we're going in for a Hungarian international for Fenerbahce. His name is Atik Salazali. I think that's how you pronounce it. I told you, I butcher names. Like, they should call me Alex the Butcher Namer, or the Butcher of Names. Yeah, I do it terribly. But what does this tell me? I think this tells me that Chelsea are planning to move on now. Chelsea are going to move on from Rudiger. I think this is a new young player. He's 23 years old, so he'll be coming in. I don't know whether he's going to be a squad player or not. A lot of people are having a little meltdown because they don't know who he is. But my question is, did you know who Branislav Ivanovic was? Did you know who Edouard Mendy was? Did you know who Azpilicueta was? You see, didn't butcher that name. I learned how to say it. I don't need to call him Dave. No, you didn't. And I think sometimes these signings low-key are the best signings. Like, no one knew who Riyad Mahrez was. No one knew who NG was. These players come in. Not everyone has the same linear route to success. Not everyone has the same success rate where they go from a young age straight to the top graduates and then they start playing for the top teams. It doesn't happen like that. Sometimes we have to be combative. I don't know whether this story is real or not. But I think there must be some credence. No one just releases numbers with so much details. And like I said, if there's smoke, there's usually a fire somewhere. And Chelsea can't agree contracts. We're losing 4 centre-backs as we speak right now in the summer. Azpilicueta, Christensen, Thiago Silva and Rudiger, all pending to leave. Reality is, we're going to need to replace him. And I think this guy might be one of the players that they're trying to bring in. Is he good enough? I don't know. Because like when Mendy said, I said, let me give him 6 months and then I'll pass my judgment. But at this moment in time, it's very difficult. Like, we can't be sitting here and bashing him, but at the same time, we can't be here sitting and lauding him as God's given gift. So, peeps, this was the Kavkas View. I hope you lot enjoyed it. I'm going to try give you guys another video, but it's very difficult if there's no news. Hopefully, Chelsea players are scoring goals, having fun. Can't say what I was going to say, but hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. Peace out, I'm out. Bye.